Hello everybody, welcome to Kon-Rikka Day 1. We're going to have a very exciting matchup for our first match here on this lovely Saturday evening. Today I am with Ari here. How are you doing today and what do you think about this match?
Hello everyone, glad to be back, and I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. It's been a while since we had this type of scenery, so I'm more than just excited. About the match, I'm curious, man, to see how these two teams play. I've had the pleasure of feeling or seeing how good they are in rank, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Yep. All right, now Poggers 2.0. I know a few of these players. I know Zulpix. I know Black Cat. I know Dave the Magical Wizard. I believe is. I think I know that guy. I don't recognize the username, but I think I know the person behind it. Although I'm not too sure. But as for Raikirin, I'm not too sure about these guys. I don't know too much of them. Do you know anything about these guys?
I don't say too much. I just know a few of them. Although they're very diverse in their picks, I'm not really sure what they're gonna go for. But Ghost, Yuri, Ghost/Yuri. I know him from a few ranked games and a lot of classic games. I see this guy way too much in classic, so I know a few of them.
Okay, cool, awesome. We're gonna have two bands coming out here first off here. We're gonna have that Chip, interesting band, as well as a Fredrin. Following it up with a Master band, I think these are some interesting bands that definitely reflect the meta as of coming forward into this new patch. I don't know what your opinion about this Chip hero, but I think it's pretty strong.
Extremely strong, and the utility of it is it's really useful right now. Especially with the mixing with the low E. I saw PH mixing the chip and the low E, so it's something that neither team would want to go up against because of how useful it can be. But yeah, these picks, I'm not surprised about some of these picks, especially the Herrick and the Fred, two very strong picks, or other bands. So I'm not really surprised about the bands, but the Minotaur so early, that's what I'm surprised about.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Diggy can just pop up, but I've seen that not a lot of people like picking Diggy.
Oh yeah, I guess Diggy has sort of fallen off in favor. Not that the hero's been nerfed.
It's my way or the highway.
But more like just people know how to play around it now, right? They just
Grimlock's smartest Dinobot of all.
It's just easy to
Fade
play
it
around.
out. Yeah.
But
it's still a viable pick. But now Poggers decide to go with the Roger and the Yuzong combination. Especially this Roger, we've seen it a lot in gold. What do you think about this Roger?
The Roger gold lane, I think it's pretty good. I see people like to go for the full damage build these days. I think it was originally like pretty strong as a hybrid build sort of thing, but I mean, I think it's like somewhat tanky already, right? I think you get additional defenses when you're in your wolf form and all of that sort of stuff. So I think it'll be pretty good, especially against a hero like Ixia. I think he'll have like good kill potential on her, although he needs to be quite careful because Ixia is that also one of those strong laning heroes.
Is my name.
Yes, with a passive heal, she can just heal up really quickly. Plus, a lot of people like to, in terms of an emblem setup, they like to build her with the regen. So in the early game, it's extremely, okay, let me not call it extremely difficult, but you have to maneuver around that heal. Yeah, I'm liking these picks so far, man, as well as the Barat ban. But the Diggy that I was mentioning, I think they were just banning it out as a precaution, just to make sure that they don't have a direct counter towards the Minnow. So it's going to be a tank roam. I haven't seen this a lot. What about you?
Yeah, if you're talking about the bands here, it's just like
valor and royalty in a dead body.
I actually don't even know what you mean by that tank room thing. But
thing is, maybe I'm the only one who's noticed this, but you rarely get matchups where it's a tank versus a tank. It's usually a tank and a support or mage. I've seen a lot of mage.
I see what you mean. Yeah,
so it's really like a Tigreal and like a Franco. It's really both teams have a tank. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean for sure. But we are gonna have that matchup. We're gonna have the Minotaur versus the Kufra. I'm looking at these drafts, Ari, and I'm thinking Damn, this Kufra pick, it's pretty good, but what makes it better is that he picked Ling into it, right? So this Ling might have a bit of a difficult time against Aljid's Kufra here, but I'm hoping to see some cool Ling plays. I believe this hero is very meta at the moment, so we'll have to see how he handles it in his own hands. Judging by the draft, as I said, I do really like Raikirin's draft. I'm a little bit unsure about the Leomord, but other than that, I really like it. What do you think?
I would have said I'm unsure about the Ixchia, but because especially when you have a Yuzang and a Ling, they can dive into the backline extremely easy. So it's going to be a concern for Ice King. But the Leo mode is actually I actually think it's a decent pick, not necessarily a good one because Martyrs was open, so there's a lot of heroes that I personally would have taken. But I can see there being benefits for it. So I'm excited to see how he plays this. But which side are you leaning towards based on the draft alone?
Yeah, I think you bring up a good point there, right? It's sure that, as I said, the Ling does have a hard matchup when it comes to the Kufra, but you're right. There's a lot of jump coming in from Poggers 2.0 here, and I feel like they probably have the advantage when it comes to that getting on top of the right target, such as the Ixia, but more importantly, this Farsa, right? The Farsa is also that huge backline hero that needs to be nice and safe, and with all this jump, it might be a bit difficult to stay alive.
Oh yeah, it's something to also take notice of. So both teams have weaknesses, both teams have strengths. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. But I was kind of surprised, not necessarily overly surprised, but the damage coming from Black Cat onto Algin there, especially now seeing that he's very, very low here at top. So I did not know Lunox did this much damage, man.
Yeah, Lunox is that hero, right? That just, at all stages of the game, pretty much, just outputs so much damage. So they need to be very careful of that, especially that Kufra, right? Even if he has had that bouncing ball, he's still, that defense doesn't really matter when Lunox is just outputting that damage with that percentage thing. But we're going to see the gang coming on the bottom lane here. Here we're going to see, there it is, the Tempest of Blades. We get first blood straight away onto the Wi-Fi tuner. And Leomord also in a bit of danger here. Doesn't have that level 4. Looks like that Link here. We're going to see him taking quite a lot of damage. He's not going to die, but he still feels kind of bad. You know, he's still quite behind in gold. NXT.
Yeah, and also you got to take notice that he doesn't have level 4 just yet, but we see him gank at top lane. But so we saw he just used Temperature Play, so he just Kyrie will just have to retreat on that.
Okay, the turtle is spawn bot, but both teams not really going to look for contesting that one just yet. I feel like Ling, he probably wants his blue buff before that happens. But what my concern is that for Ghost Yurei, he's probably not going to hit level 5 after this blue buff for himself. So there is going to be that jungle difference when it comes to this Retribution battle. So we're probably looking towards the first turtle going to the side of Poggers when it comes to it.
Not even, because they're not even prioritizing it. I think they're just trying to focus the top lane, but Tempest of Blades used out as a defensive maneuver by Kyrie. I think they're just gonna focus this top Torian to get the gold shielding from it. I think it's a really good trade.
Yep,
I would have taken it as well. Nah, but in the early game, I think the turtle gives you, I'm not really sure, but it's not as much as the gold plating, so I think it's a good trade, man.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, Ghost Yurei, now he's caught up. I mean, he's a level ahead of Corona, so I think that's a bit of a misplay coming in from them. They didn't really get too much done in the top lane, other than maybe take the tower gold, sure. They are ahead in the gold department, but now they've given this Leomord a bit of a game here, so I think it's a good trade. We're going to see in the top lane here, we've got Manon Fury down to Cerberus, and it's going to be Kara taking down that Farsa to begin with. Here we go, the Chaos Form coming in from look at the moves coming in from Karo here. It's going to be a triple kill. They at least get the Minotaur, but this Ling starting to pop off here.
Especially in the early game, man. Ling being a mid-game hero, popping off in the early game, so you know he's going to be a nightmare for them to deal with. But yeah, as I was saying, the priority for taking the torrent gold, I think it was worth it, because look at the gold difference, man. Yeah. Look at the gold difference. It's almost 3k. And we haven't even reached, we're only reaching the 4th minute now. So I still think it's worth it. They're playing this really, really well. And they're trading really, really well, man.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're getting really good kills onto the right person, right? The Ling is that sort of hero that needs that additional farm in the early game in order to effectively, close out a game. But we're going to see that blue buff getting taken down by Ghost Fury. He's going to have to pop that Phantom Speed, maybe fight it out a little bit here. Even though Fury kind of off the mark actually at this point. The Wi-Fi tuner does miss the Electo as well though as a trade-off.
Yeah, a bit of a scruffle there. I remember Marco calling it the Grand Theft Blue, or the Grand Theft Purple, sorry. Just pulling off a Grand Theft there, they're taking it. Both teams won't have retreat. Oh wait, Ghost does have retreat for Turtle, but seeing the advantage that Poggers have at the moment, I'm not sure it would be a smart play to go for it. But Dave caught in a very bad position. I've seen that these teams don't like to retreat.
That is very true. Oh, here it is. Karo, he's going to look for that faster. I don't believe she makes it out of this one. No, there it is with those walls jumping. The wall hacks. Oh, but there it is. The Tire's Rage. Maybe they can get the Ling here, but the Tempest of Blade comes out. So we're going to see Ghost Fury falling, though, as that Minoan Fury did cover his back beautifully, and that Chaos Assault will take down the Kufra as well. Oh, and to add some salt to the wounds, they'll lose the Ixia. Oh, my God.
Kyrie is just relentless, man. Just moving around the map, making sure that he's effective in every way. He doesn't even care about jungling anymore. He doesn't even care about the turtle.
Oh my
He's
God.
like, I want kills and I'm going to get them. Oh, a solo kill in the mid lane. This is not looking good for Raikirin, man.
No, not at all, really. It's looking really difficult. We've got a huge gold lead as well as a huge kill score lead on top of that. And now there it is. Ling's going to get that turtle on top of it. Looking at the level differences between the jungles, it's a 2-level difference. So they're just really struggling in this early game portion of the match. It's only 6 minutes in, but they're already diving behind tier 2s. So they need to think of a plan quick.
Yeah, it seems as though Poggers came in with a plan and the execution is seemingly flawless. Everything they do in the rotations, where they're choosing to gang, even the item builds at the moment, as we look at Raikirin already has that that Husk clause as well as the Berserker's Fury, so he'll be dealing a lot of damage. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But Ice King gets caught out to kill onto him, and it is not looking good.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we are talking about, right? Oh, make it even worse. We're going to have the Benedetta fall in the bottom lane. But that's what we were talking about, right? This Farsa and this Ixia have no safe spots in this game, right? Even with the help of the Kufra, it's just they have so much jump with the Black Dragon form as well as, and obviously mainly the Ling, to be able to close the gap and get that close range matchup that is so heavily favored towards the side of Poggers.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, I don't think Raikirin are bad. I don't think they're bad in any way, shape, or form. It's just, oh my days, the Minoan Fury comes out, does take out, or does fight a few members as well as the as well as the Tempest of Blade. Cairo did get a double kill in that skirmish, taking out almost every member from Raikirin. This is crazy, man.
Wi-Fi tune in a bit of danger here. We're going to see that light side ultimate coming in from the Lunox here. They're going to be able to dive her. That CC immunity's there. Oh, look at the Petrify getting the kill onto the Minotaur. But it's still going to cost her life. Not going to be able to make it through that gang. Algin looking for an angle as well, but not going to be able to find it. As yeah, they need to catch Caro, man. He is completely shredding them right now, and he's going to just flex on them with that Tempest of Blades on top of that as well.
He's looking like Kyrie at the moment, the way he's played. It's just phenomenal.
Kyrie from South Africa is Cairo.
Yeah. We have our own. It's Kyrie from ShopRite. It's everything, man.
The Spaza. That's what it is.
Yeah. So the Spaza shop, but it looks as though they're going to focus this load, and it's going to be a first load. Uncontested, I don't even see how they might even try to contest it. It's just looking hopeless. But the Minoan Fury is used onto Ghost. A few members engage onto him. Does get taken down, forcing Arjun to use the flicker, but it's hopeless as he's also killed. Dave, or rather the Wi-Fi Turner, uses the electro beats or the ultimate, but unfortunately he couldn't do anything from there. and it's a whoa! I thought, whoa, my days! It's a complete wipeout, man.
Yeah, I mean, they're recalling in their faces, man. They know they probably won this game. They're gonna start hitting the towers here, but they do have respawns. All right, the game's not completely over. We're gonna have some respawns to work with. Flicker not available for the Kufra as well as the Tyrant's Rage just yet, so this might be quite difficult to defend, but it's still possible. Here comes down the mid lane in this Lord. He's gonna start hitting that base. Gonna see that Benedetto trying to get some damage down on the Lord, but it's not gonna be enough. Here we go, Lunox in the back line with the lights on ultimate. Legendary for this Ling. He's gonna get the double kill. That's all the kills they need to end out this game. Won the first game of Kon-Rikka. It's gonna be going to the side of Poggers 2.0.
That was a complete decimation, bro. That was a complete decimation. A golf in class. I'm just looking for the terms in which they call it, but that kind of shows you the teams that are in this tournament, man, or this semi-tournament. They're really, really good, and that's just one of them. Only Poggers. Unfortunately for Raikirin, it was a best of one if I'm not mistaken, so they will be going to the lower bracket. But you know, they can still improve and come back. What do you think? Okay, let's just say a side quest type of question. But what do you think about Raikirin's chances of winning this tournament?
You know, as I said before, well, for some reason people are still confused about how the tournament works. Let me just clear it up for you guys here. It is a best of one, pretty for 90% of the games, right? Only the grand finals are going to be a best of 3. But it is still double elimination, so Raikirin, they still have a chance to come back to the tournament here. They can come through the lower bracket to be able to, you know, what you call it, you know, go through the lower bracket, start trying to get back to the grand finals here. We don't know their opponents just yet. That'll be determined by the other matches, but, you know, maybe my advice to Raikirin here, you know, look back on this match, see what went wrong. You know, if you up against Poggers 2.0 at any other later stage, you know, start looking at their drafts and looking at their strategy and find ways to counter that, you know. So yeah, best of luck to Raikirin in the lower bracket, and congratulations to Poggers 2.0 for advancing to the upper bracket.
Yep, congratulations to them. As you said, unfortunately for them, it is a best of one, so there's no revenge arc for now, but hopefully it will happen. But yeah, man, this is the first game of the tournament. Kind of goes to show what's waiting to happen.
Yep.
So yeah, congratulations to Poggers 2.0, Poggers the 1, although they're called 2.0. They are very strong contenders for this one.
Yeah, I just want to bring that last bit up here. Yeah, I feel like this team looks pretty scary. I'm keen to see more of their plays going through the tournament here. I really like their synergy. Like, they played very well with each other, and obviously Caro looks like he's a beast on the Ling. Unfortunately, you know, that is out in the open now. Watch out for Caro's Ling, guys.
Yeah, that is out in the open. What if maybe he's making a power play? Just showing everybody that he can play the Ling, but he also has some of the assassins in his locker. So we'll just have to stay tuned, everybody. But for now, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Make sure you support the channel as well as the tournament, as we are slowly approaching FMSA, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Okay, and last thing, guys, I just want to say that's going to be only one game for tonight. I think there's 3 games actually planned for tomorrow, so make sure you tune in tomorrow for the last 3 games of the first round. Yeah, and that'll be about it. So thanks, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.